Hello, dear Pisces. Welcome to Divine Debut. Thank you so much for being here. This is Kathy speaking, and this is your February 1st till the 15th of 2020. Okay, for those of you that are interested in the astrology part of the reading, in the description box below, I've got the time then. It's straight after your tarot reading. And after that, I do have the details on a competition, a Valentine's Day reading is going to be given away, 40 minutes of it, a 40-minute reading for Valentine's. If you want to look at the details, and we've got the sun that just fell out, dear Pisces, which is Leo. You will find the link, the time stamp at the bottom in the description box. So let's see what's going on for you. What's going to go on for you at this time, dear Pisces? Now, we are having a new moon. A new moon, yes. Oh, wow. A new moon in the sign of Pisces. And that, of course, is on the 23rd of February. So I know it's not yet. We just recently had a new moon in the sign of Aquarius. So we know that new moons are, it's a brand new beginning. It's our lucky time. So it's going to be soon. Soon it's your birthday. So there's a lot going on in your 12th house still. Things that you can't see. Looks like with the sun here, you may be actually able to see a few things, because the sun does speak of clarity. Even though it's Leo, it does speak of creativity and children, risk-taking as well. So let's take your divine spread, dear Pisces, from the 1st until the 15th of February 2020. At the foundation, we have the Five of Cups, and it always seemed to be, this card always seems to be showing up in these readings. So not all hope is lost, it says here. Let's see what's in your hidden position, what you don't see. Four of Swords, which can speak of taking time out. Now this can also be not feeling too well. This could be an illness as well. And if it's not you, it could be someone that is around you. Could you be dealing with someone who has got strong air in their charts, for Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra? Okay, could it be someone that's taking time out? They've burnt the candle at both ends and they're taking time out. This could be a draining of their energy. Maybe they've been working too hard. Let's see what is in the recent past. We've got the Magician. Magician is an ace up your sleeve. It's something that you are able to communicate, something very intelligent. You know, the Magician is Mercury, so it's communication, it's manifestation. Mind you, Mercury will be turning retrograde in this month, on the 16th actually of February, but it starts to move in its shadow period from the 2nd of the month. So the Magician is as above, so below, it says. So what is happening up there in the ethers, Spirit is reflecting down here. So it's giving you the tools to be able to accomplish something. And this could be from your wit and from your intelligence. Let's look at the now position. We've got Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands is flight, travel, Cupid's love arrows, quick messages, quick movement, flight, through the air, social media messages. Your trajectory, your goal is to move. For whatever reason, you're leaving something behind that did not satisfy you, something that emotionally did not fulfill all your cups. So this, again, is the eclipsed moon, which we did have in a full moon eclipse, and that was in the sign of Cancer on the 10th of January. We're still in the eclipse energies, so maybe you've already started to see that you need to move, you need to take action. Emotionally, you feel as though you're checked out. Here we've got the Five of Cups, which says that you are obviously mourning over something, but there is those 2 cups that are still standing. Here you're on your way looking for those, because here your focus is elsewhere. Let's look at the action and advice. We've got Knight of Swords, which says that there is quick communication, quick movement. There is a quick meeting that's going to take place. Dear Pisces, quick meeting. And again, we've got the Knight of Swords as well as the 4 of Swords here. So we've got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is quick communication, as are the 8 of Wands. Here we just say they're more passionate, more concerning desires, what we desire. We do have Leo, which is the heart, which is true love as well. Here I see that there is a quick meeting that's going to take place. Let's see what your outcome is. And we've got the 7 of Wands. So you're up against some sort of situation. You're standing up against the odds. You're pushing through for what you want to accomplish. Okay, you may have people that are telling you that you shouldn't act in this way, that you shouldn't do this, and that's not the right thing. But you've got a lot on your plate, what I see. That's what I see here, dear Pisces. But you are using your creativity. You are inspired to push through. You've got the upper hand, though, so don't worry about that. You're going to have to be quick to take action. No doubt when that calling comes through, that time, that moment, to defend yourself, to do whatever you need to. Let's look at the how the planets are affecting you, what's happening in the divine position. And we've got the 10 of Cups. So you are going to find that bliss, 10 of Cups, which is a completion point. You can't get happier than this here. And this is spirit. Now we have Venus, which is all about love and money in your sign, dear Pisces. So it's a beautiful time for you. The 10 breaks down to the ace. So you are completing some sort of a cycle and beginning something new. So that's very similar to a lot of what is going on for everyone. Okay, let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. And we've got the Hermit, and the Hermit is Virgo energy. This is probably you trying to find the answers. You're maybe doing your homework, maybe this could be a detective, could even be a doctor. As I said, if there's been health issues around someone that you are dealing with, this could be a professor, someone that's very knowledgeable. Nevertheless, this is someone who is looking for enlightenment. This is spiritual growth as well. Before he steps out and is ready to take a leap of faith, before he's ready to complete something, he's still doing the Virgo thing. And Virgo is, again, the house of health. It's the house of the details. It's your daily routine. Some of you may even be looking into or spying into looking for information on information that you are looking for that's very necessary at this time. Because I do, with the sun here, I can see that there is going to be clarity. It's very similar, that the sun will shine, the clarity will come through. Now, could this be concerning anything to do with children? We do have the family situation here. This is the 10 of Cups, which is family bliss. Okay, some of you, this could be extended family, doesn't have to be, mother, father, child. Family could be extended family as well. So the Hermit, yes, is someone who is taking a step back, not in the light, not showing themselves, doing their homework. What's beneath that? And we've got the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles is a stable new beginning. This is a gift from the divine that's been handed to you. Now, the Ace of Pentacles could be a solid new beginning. This could even be anything to do with physical, tangible, even monetary situations. Now, the Ace of Pentacles could also be, of course, this could be a marriage. It could be an engagement. It could be the birth of a child. It could be that you find that missing information that's going to stabilize your life in whatever you are dealing with. Let's take some different cards. Let's take the astrology, the Black Moon astrology cards, and see what else is going on for Pisces, please. Pisces. From the beginning till mid-February, please. Spirit for Pisces. How are they affected by spirit, by, wow, the stars. Second house and owning. So second house is the natural house of Taurus. Now Taurus is also the house of money. You did have that Ace of Pentacles. Could this have been a promotion that you have received in the recent past? After all, you are showing up as a professor, someone who's very knowledgeable, someone who looks at the details. Could some of you be paying out money to someone who is very knowledgeable? Yes, that could be the case as well. Now, we do have Uranus transiting through Taurus, and Taurus being the money house, the house of self-worth, the house of values as well. This is a 26, which does equal an 8. Now, 8 is the house of Scorpio. The 8th house is Scorpio, and 8 is also the strength card. Now, we're talking about fixed energies. 8th house could be money from other sources, your partner's money, deep connection where intimacy and finances are concerned. Emotional intimacy as well, but also Leo again, which is right here. Leo, as I said, all the things I mentioned about Leo are important. So number 8 is the house, it's the card of strength. Sorry, some of you are obviously drawing up all your strength at this time because you are dealing with a lot. You've got a lot on your plate. So let's take more cards, dear Pisces. Some of you could be meeting, if those of you that are single, you could be meeting someone that's going to be very valuable to you in your life through maybe even going on a holiday, maybe traveling, whilst traveling. Someone who may already have their own children, someone who may be very financially stable as well. Let's look at the Sun card, which is the Karma Dharma position. We've got the Knight of Pentacles, which is slow and steady, wins the race, slow and steady movement. This Knight of Pentacles could be any earth sign, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, energy, which is very slow moving. The Knight of Pentacles is holding that Ace of Pentacles, which he's wanting to invest in and make it grow. So he's stopped in his tracks. There's a lot of thought going into this. Let's see what else we've got. And we've got the Ten of Pentacles, which says to me that yes, whatever you are hoping to invest in, and Leo is the house of risk and gambling as well. Some of you could be quickly achieving, having luck on your side. Ten of Pentacles can speak of winning a lottery ticket. We've also got second house here, which, as I said, with Uranus in the house of Taurus, this could be sudden fluctuations where money is concerned. So we go from the Ace, which you already had here as well, to the 10. And this could also be a family situation, a marriage, long-term, business, something that you've created. Let's see. Let's take some more cards. We have the Nine of Wands on top of the Five of Cups. Some of you have been through difficulties in the past in relationships, and now it's as though you are moving into a new relationship, maybe. But what you need to know is that you need to deal with what you have left. You need to close the door on the past, because I don't see you being very open. You've put walls up, so you've been through a lot and you're protecting yourself here, I see. And it could be that you may be protecting yourself from even someone around your family. because it is in the area of home. Let's look at that Four of Swords in the hidden. We've got the Two of Wands. So some of you may be hoping, yes, to travel to a distance. This is a new door that's opening for you. You're ready to go on an adventure, but to do that, you need to close the door on the past. Something that you were passionate about in the past, something that you maybe created. You need to, it's time to create something new, dear Pisces. And you're in between creating something new and the creation that you had from the past. Here we've got Seven of Cups, which is the Piscean card. Okay, you are manifesting and you've got a lot of choices here. A lot of choices. It looks as though the transits, whatever's going on up there in the ethers, is giving you many choices, and that can be confusing, of course. Let's look at that Eight of Wands. We've got the Five of Swords. So this is a card of conflict, no doubt. You're conflicted about taking that journey, taking that risk. You do have stiff competition, but you're intellectually very sound and ready to beat anyone who is a naysayer for you. Now, we do have three people here, so could it be that there is a third person in a situation? And when I say third person, it doesn't have to be romantically. It could be any naysayer, because you are up against situations here. Now here, as I said, intellectually, you can beat anyone thumbs down. And if there have been people that have been trying to stop you, you know, maybe from moving, maybe they're trying to hold you back, I don't think that it's going to work, because you are moving. Let's look at that Eight of Cups. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles says to me that you've been thinking about this move for a long time. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords in the action and advice. And we've got the Ace of Cups. Quickly moving into the Ace of Cups. Quickly moving into something that's going to make you very happy. A new beginning. A new beginning. And we've got this Chariot card. So you are in the driver's seat. It's time for you to take charge. The divine is with you. It's behind you. This is a change of residence. This is overcoming any obstacles that are in front of you. You've got the divine. You're going for what your wish fulfillment, and you are mastering this forward momentum. Again, you are in the driver's seat, and this, you know, the Chariot is Cancer, and that's where the North Node is. It is a fated move that you need to make, whether it's literally or emotionally. It is very fated. Let's look at the Ten of Cups. And we've got the Moon card, which the Moon is Cancer for me. For others, yes, Pisces as well. But this is the full moon. And we are having a new moon in Pisces. So I would say that this is the full moon lunar eclipse that we had on the 10th of January. Some sort of a completion came around the 10th of January, and now we're still in those energies of the eclipse. Some of you are worried. This is a card of worry, a card of being frightened of what you can't see, the uncertainty that the moon brings. But also, again, it says to trust your intuition. You know, the moon card is also very motherly. It's also very deep emotional love. You know, when we look at the synastry of people, we look at the moon. So obviously, I would say that you came to a completion around this eclipse. Now, what is the full moon? It's some sort of, again, of a completion, but it's also a shift. Eclipses bring shifts. If you've had a completion in a family situation, you do have two tens. You had a completion, obviously, you're starting something new. Okay, maybe it's the time when you have to start something new. And when I see the coin here, it does remind me very much so of the Ace of Pentacles, which is a stable new beginning. And I'd like to say also that for those of you that have taken a risk and you've invested in anything to do with different currencies, Bitcoin, whatever it is, it looks like you are going to have some sort of a payout. Your risk is going to pay off. That's what I see here. Let's look at the Hermit. And we have the Page of Swords. So you do find information. Now this is Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Now we've got Leo, we've got Mercury, which can speak of course, Gemini and Virgo, because they're both ruled by the Magician and Mercury, right? We've also got Cancerian energy here, which I feel as though mainly it's got to do with the eclipse. That's what I feel. And we've got a fair bit of air, and the fire energy is Leo. And we've got the Cancer card here as well. So these are the signs that you are dealing with. There is something that is communication is coming through. And as I said, this could also be the spy. Some of you may have employed a detective to do some work for you. They will find, they will have the clarity. They will find what they need to do or the information that you're asking about. Let me take one more card on this Moon card. And we have the Four of Coins. And the Four of Coins is holding on to something that was very near and dear to you. Again, you know, the House of Cancer is the fourth house. The Four of Pentacles is another four. So it's got a lot to do with family and your surroundings, your home, your security. You know, the Four of Pentacles can be the Miser card, but for me it's Taurian energy, and Taurus is all about values. It's all about values, and don't forget Uranus is transiting Taurus. So I think that whatever you've been grasping onto and not wanting to let go of, quickly there's going to be a change. And again, the Miser, that could be the change. We've got the Ten of Pentacles here. Not having enough and then moving into a lot. Like being very, very happy with this. What I'd like to do is take some Sibillas. And let's look at the Karma Dharma position, which is the Knight of Pentacles. The Sun card and the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Domestico, which is the Butler, and this is a number 11, which is not easy karma with this Domestico. He's someone that's he's very inconspicuous. He's someone that you can't really trust that much. And it's someone that's close to your home. We've got Algreza al Core, and we've got the Five of Cups here. We do have three people, so there is three people in a situation here. This could be a love triangle. This could be a third person in a situation. We've got the family situation, the children here. We've also got the detective. Someone's doing their homework. There is flight travel here. Someone is growing, maturing. They've been thinking of making a move for a long time. They're on their way. Things are going to pick up. Whatever changes you're heading towards, you've got the Ace of Cups here. And you're going to overcome as long as you stick to your guns and do what you feel is the right thing for you. This is merriment and happiness, even though it's the Five of Cups. Very interesting to see that we don't have any queens or any kings. We've got two knights and a page. Very interesting. Let's look at that third card and what's that all about. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, which is, I'm not surprised. Now this is the Six of Cups as well, so it speaks of children. It speaks of a soulmate connection, and this is an advantageous matrimony, which means a financially very abundant wedding union, and stabilizing something. This is the Ace of Pentacles, and I just got the goosebumps. I did speak about monetary things, and Ace of Pentacles showed up before. So for those of you that are leaving the past in the past, this is the Five of Cups. Even though you had put your wall up and you were mourning the past, but I think that it's time for that wall to come down. You go from the 9 to the 8, you're going backwards. So that's why I'm saying you could be dealing with someone from your past, a soulmate connection. 6 of Cups is a lot of innocence. It's very childlike. Yeah, you may be dealing, because we don't have kings and queens, this could be a very innocent connection that you are moving into. Now, it could be the beginning. We've got the Ace of Cups, but it's someone from the past, which says that it's either from a partner, from a person from a past lifetime, or it's someone that you could not actually call your partner. So there was something there, but it probably was forfeited for some reason, because of, I don't know, money, stability, family situation, children, whatever the case is. I want to take 3 Sibillas on the 10 of Cups, the Moon, and the 4 of Pentacles, which is the divine position. We have Belvedere, 3 of Cups. Someone is traveling, someone is being on the lookout, waiting. Here we've got the Bambino. Now the Belvedere can be someone who doesn't trust very much, and that's why they're on the lookout. There is newness coming in. There is a child. This could be a new situation or anything to do with a child. And we've got Stanza, which is also the Ace of Pentacles. So this could be something that's happened behind a closed door. The news is coming through, something that was hidden, and something to do with either a child or a steady situation, a new beginning, where money is concerned again, where stability is concerned, where something long-lasting is concerned. So this is in the divine position. What you are looking to see, you're looking through that telescope, whatever it is that she's holding, binoculars. She's looking to the distance, and what she can see is something new. Could she be dealing with someone that has got a child? It's in relation to a child. And could this be that someone is coming from a distance, and this is going to be something that is going to be long-lasting, and there are children involved? This could be something very new surrounding, again, children and intimacy. This is the card of intimacy, the Stanza card. For those of you that do not want to fall pregnant, take precaution. You don't want to have a child now. This is not the right time, let's say. I'm just saying, take precautions. Okay. Let's take an angel answer for you, dear Pisces. I'd like to try and answer your question. Let's see if Spirit can do that for you, hopefully. Please ask your question. If you need to stop the video, please do so. For Pisces in February, early to mid-February, please, Spirit, what does Pisces need to know? And we have recovery, and this could be an emotional recovery as well, because we do have the swords here and someone lying down. Recovery can also speak of finding something that you've lost, recovering something, right? Also getting over illness, getting over anything that has kept you in a status quo, could I say, has kept you bound, has kept you in a bit of a tough spot. The door is opening. Let's read the recovery. And it says this is a period of recovery and healing for you. The challenging emotions that you've been dealing with will fade away with time. Although it may be difficult to see now, there is a joyful future awaiting you. But for now, take all the time you need to regain your strength. This card can also mean that your recovery is nearly finished or already complete. Send words of gratitude to heaven and begin planning for the next exciting phase of your life. Now, recovery can also speak of, this could be the birth of a child as well. Some of you may be recovering from the birth of a child. Congratulations. Okay, so dear Pisces, what I see here is, I've already mentioned the signs. You do have a fair bit of air. You've got earth as well. So the earth signs that have been mentioned were Virgo, of course. The air signs, we could be talking about Gemini, first of all, because of the Magician. And I will keep it at Gemini only because we don't have any other signs that prove that the air qualities are another sign. I did mention, though, Uranus, and Uranus is the ruling planet of Aquarius, so I will keep that as well. What I wanted to say was, I want to take one handwritten card, for those of you, even though we don't really have kings and queens here, I'm going to take a handwritten card on the general energy, which is the Hermit, and the Page of Swords. So what is the truth that's being found out by this Hermit? And what does the Page of Swords, what's the message that's coming through? You are my other half. I want to give you everything in life to make you happy. And this is the Six of Pentacles, which also, the Six of Pentacles does speak of balance, harmony, so therefore Libra is here as well. I'm going to take a card as well on the Knight of Swords here. So we've got, I couldn't stay with you because I felt as though I was suffocating. I want to be free. That's what the Eight of Swords says here with this Knight of Swords. So I don't know who this Knight of Swords is communicating this to. And I'm going to take also a card on the Knight of Pentacles, which is someone that is very slow, steady moving. Very slow and steady moving. Someone who's planning for the future. Let's take one card on the Knight of Pentacles. And we've got, I want to marry you. I want to share my life with you. And this is the Ten of Pentacles. Well, that's very interesting because we've got the Ten of Pentacles right here. So, dear Pisces, Ten of Pentacles, we do have the Knight of Pentacles here, which is Earth. Earth is very slow moving. Could be, usually it's the card of Virgo for me, the Knight of Pentacles. Nevertheless, could be any other Earth sign. Mainly Taurus. If not Virgo, Taurus. We do have the, as I said, the second house, which is the naturally ruled house of Taurus. So I think I will leave it at that. I do hope that this helped you in some way. Thank you so much for taking the time out. And again, stick around after the reading. I do have the astrology part of the for the month, the main transits and the important transits, I want to say. And again, thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing and commenting, and stay till the end of the video to find out how you can partake in the competition for Valentine's Day. All right, thank you so much. Love and light to all of you. Hello everyone, thank you for sticking around for the astrology part of the reading. For those of you that like to know roughly what's going on in the month of February of 2020, hope that you all made it very easily through the very challenging month of January. We're still not out of the storm, still not out of the challenges. I know that mid-month of February until even March. The whole of March, I would say, is going to be fairly demanding and a bit of a challenge, because we're going to have Mars that's going to move into, as you could see, into this sign of Capricorn. It's going to pass over the South Node, then Jupiter and Pluto with Saturn, which, you know, the eclipse that we had on the 10th of January, which was connected to difficult and challenging aspects, was really, really tough. Now, we're not out of the woods yet. As I said, Mars is fire, it's war, it's the ruling planet of Aries. And Aries, the shadow side of Aries can be aggression. Now, Mars can speak of energy and vitality and strength and power. So, you know, with Mars moving over the South Node, which is very karmic, Mars in the South Node, which has to do with past situations, anything to do with what is very familiar, and again, very, very karmic. Mars is asking for us to let go of something of the past. Let it go. That's what the South Node is. It's something that we're supposed to be moving away from. Then Mars will be joining Jupiter in the sign of Capricorn. Now, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and the ruling planet, is in its home sign, which, as you all know, Saturn is amplified in the sign of Capricorn. It is very strong there, as I said, and Mars also likes to be in the sign of Capricorn. It is very strong there. Capricorn is governments, government agencies. It's the law. It's anything to do with the warrior, let's say, you know, that fighter. It's the goat that climbs the mountain. And it does speak of integrity and having to do the hard work. Now, of course, Mars will give us the energy, but because Capricorn is very slow moving and Mars is very fast, it's fire, you know, the downside to this can be aggression, passive aggressiveness, or, you know, even Mars, I suppose, in the sign of Capricorn will have to slow down and be patient with doing things that are necessary to be done. So we know that Jupiter expands on everything and touches what is Mars. Mars is, again, quick, fire, challenge, go for it, spontaneity. You know, it's everything that Aries is. Now, Mars can also speak of beginnings. So Jupiter is spirituality. It's something that grows, something that becomes very abundant. So therefore, it amplifies everything to do with Mars. Now, of course, Pluto and Saturn, which are still conjunct, they're still together. We know that Pluto brings transformation. It's, you know, the power. Saturn is the general, let's say, of the planets of the zodiac. And it's very, you know, it needs strategy, needs slow and steady movement. So whatever transformation we've been going through, and this could relate to anything to do with what I mentioned of Capricorn, and Capricorn is also work, it's the 10th house, and it's also our status. So there is a very slow transformation that we're going through. Now, as I said, Mars can be fire. We know that Mars, Pluto, and Saturn are the malefic planets of the zodiac. Therefore, and with Jupiter coming up to this area, even though there's quite a bit of a space between them, they're like 10 degrees apart. Jupiter is a very big planet, and Pluto is very powerful. And again, Pluto and Saturn are very karmic. So with Mars coming over these two big players, Jupiter coming closer, it's going to amplify the karma. It's going to amplify the difficulties. And again, anything can happen. Anything can happen. With Mars being here, it is like that spark that's going to begin a situation where, again, it's going to be I want to move forward, but I can't because I've got Saturn here, and Pluto, which are asking for transformation. Now, again, Saturn, very slow moving. He's the Lord of time and karma. So therefore, it's like trying to move forward quickly with Mars, but then needing to slow down. And this will all be amplified with Jupiter very close here. So that's why I'm saying that mid-February, from the 16th of February, when Mars will enter Capricorn, it will start to slowly move over these planets, these energies here. Let's go back to the beginning of the month. What is important in February? We've got on the 3rd of February, we're having Mercury entering Pisces. Let's see that. Okay, so the 3rd of February, as you can see here, we've got the 3rd of February, and we're having, well, it's only hours away, let's say. Mercury will be moving into Pisces. Now, Mercury is the mind. Pisces it's the divine, it's spiritual, it's very creative as well. So we know that Mercury is all about logic, and Pisces is all about no logic, like we're zonked out, we're living in a dream. It's very dreamy like. So we're going to be seeing things that are very imaginative. What we perceive will be through creativity, through seeing something that is very dreamy. That's what the energy that Mercury gets when it's in the sign of Pisces, and it will be moving over, obviously, Neptune, which is the ruling planet of Pisces. We did have recently, I'm going to say, a conjunction with Venus and Neptune, which can be very dreamy. It can be the divine love. It can also be money, let's say, through creativity. Okay, and but we did have Venus that was squaring over to Mars. Mars and Venus are very, they're the lovers of the zodiac. And a square is not easy, so it's as though we've turned some sort of a corner. Maybe even with Neptune being the illusion, maybe there was some sort of an argument or a misunderstanding where, relationships are concerned. Now, Venus is very strong. She loves being in Pisces, so that gives her more power. And anyway, let's go on to the 7th of the month, which is, now the hours may be a little bit off, doesn't really matter. Venus is going to enter Aries, and Venus turns from dreamy, romantic, let's say, very sacrificial. She turns into the warrior queen, let's say, where she goes towards and she wants to take a risk on love. She's action orientated. She's ready for new beginnings, and she does become the warrior queen, as I said. So very fire, Aries is fire, so very fire stricken. She's ready to go for what she wants, and that gives her the energy, obviously. So full moon on February 9th. So let's go on to the 9th of the month. We're having a full moon. Yes, so the full moon will be in the sign of Leo, and it is at 20 degrees. So it is obviously it's the time of Aquarius, so happy birthday if you are an Aquarian. Okay, so 20 degrees is, if you have, let's say, something in your chart, for those of you that are familiar with your charts. If you are not, please go to astro.com, put in your details there for a natal birth chart, put in your birth details, the exact time if you know it, and you can get your natal chart. You can see where all your planets are. So yes, if you've got something around the 20-degree mark, obviously this full moon will be touching on your life. Now, full moons are culminations. It is some sort of completion. Leo is all about the heart. It's the child that wants to go out and play. It's all about flirtation. It's all about creating something of your own. It's a risk that you're needing or wanting to take. And Leo is also the heart. So it's also bringing things out and showing the world. Okay, now being the star, being up on stage, that's what is culminating here with the full moon in Leo. Now, what I wanted to say also is that for those of you that know which are the important points, let's say rising, the ascendant, the descendant, the midheaven, and the IC, right? So those points are very important in the chart. So if you do have anything on those points connecting to the full moon, even in, with the full moon close to one of these very important points, it is a very important time for you. So I want to say, because the full moon is in Leo, obviously it is some sort of a culmination also, which will be affecting the rest of the fire signs. So Aries and Sagittarius, as well as Leo, will be the most that are affected. Okay, let's go into the next transit. As I said, the 16th of the month is when Mars will be moving into the sign of Capricorn. Now, it is showing up in Sag. I don't want to go hours forward, back and forth. Anyway, so Capricorn will be moving into the sign of Capricorn, as I explained earlier. And what do we have here? On the same day, we are actually having Mercury turning retrograde. Now, let me go forward a few hours so I can show you that. Okay, so I just moved Mercury forward so you could see how it will be retrograde. And of course, it's on the 2nd of February, it will be moving into its shadow period. So on the 17th, well, I'm in the northern hemisphere on the 17th. So for others, it could be on the 16th, depending on, it's only hours difference, nevertheless. So yes, it will be turning retrograde, and it will continue up until the 9th of March, when it will station to go direct. So it will leave its retrograde shadow zone, let's say, at the end of March, on the 29th of March. So we're talking roughly around 2 months, both shadow periods in the beginning and in the end. But the retrograde is usually around 3 weeks, maybe just over. So, okay, a couple of days after that, we're having the sun move into Pisces. Okay, so here we are, and the sun moving into Pisces. Again, happy birthday to you, Piscean people, and wishing you all the best on your birthday. This is a very important time for you in your lives. Okay, our birthday month is always full of blessings. So, and obviously, very soon, in the next few days, you get your new moon, but I will get to that. We've got one more thing to mention on the 20th of the month. 20th of the month, we have Jupiter sextiling Neptune. And where are we? Jupiter in Capricorn, which is sextiling over to Neptune. And we know that Jupiter expands on everything. Neptune is very dreamy. Sometimes, a sextile is very positive. So this is the first consecutive of 3 meetings with Jupiter and Neptune. Neptune in Pisces is very strong. Again, very dreamy. Could be those rose-colored glasses. It can be a very spiritual time. Both Neptune and Jupiter are very spiritual. And we know that also with Jupiter, it's all about our belief systems. So it could also include any connections with people from different backgrounds as well. Um, it is a time of generosity and compassion. That's what Pisces is. And this is expanding, obviously, with Jupiter as well. So, as I said, this is the first conversation with these two big planets. And there's two more, which will be, I think the next one will be sometime in July and then in October. Now, also the last very important thing is the new moon on the 23rd. We're having a new moon in Pisces. As I was saying, dear Pisces, this is your annual new moon. It's a very lucky time for you, very beneficial. Make sure, and I'm talking to everyone now, to set out those intentions. Send your wishes out to the divine. Pisces is the divine. This is an amazing time for letting the divine know what you wish to bring for you. And you never know, in a matter of 6 months, this could be what will happen for you. Okay, now let's go a few hours forward, since we know that with new moons, we've got the moon and the sun together, as you could see here. Here we go. The sun and the moon at 4 degrees in the sign of Pisces. Okay, so new beginnings, that's what new moons are all about. And it is happening at 4 degrees. 4 degrees roughly of Pisces. So again, for those of you that have your birthday, 4 degrees would be the first decan of the sign of Pisces. So for those of you that have your birthday on the first days of the season, the Piscean season, for you it's especially very important that there are new beginnings, and this is a wild card for you, a very, very lucky time. All right, everyone, so I think I will leave it at that. Soon, just one last thing, we're going to be having not very long, a couple of months to go before the nodes are going to change from Cancer, Capricorn to Gemini and Sagittarius to that axis. So I will get into that when we get to that time. Thank you for listening. Hope that this was a little bit of enlightenment for you, for those of you that are astrology lovers, beginners mainly, because we don't go very deep into the astrology. Just a last thing that I want to show here is that I don't know about you guys if you've had any synchronicities or anything like that recently, but what I keep seeing is 444. 44 is everywhere. Usually I'm the person who sees number 11, and that's why I've called my channel Divine Debut 11. But the past month, I would say roughly, it's 444 all the time, and they're angel numbers. So it's saying that, to me personally, it's saying that whatever difficulties we're all going through, the divine is still there looking out for us. So for those of you that have been through hardship, and it's most of us, since the beginning of the even end of last year, know that this too will pass, and always positive thinking brings a positive outcome. That's how energy works. So again, thank you very much. Wishing you all well. Talk to you very soon. Thank you. Okay, hello everyone. Letting you know that I am hosting a competition for Valentine's Day, and what that will include. So the winner will be able to win from me a 40-minute love reading using tarot. Okay, so if you'd like to enter, this competition is going to be done through Instagram. So what you need to do is, first of all, I have my Instagram link in the description box below, at Divine Debut 11. So if you don't know how that's spelled, please check it out in the description box. What you need to do is go to my Instagram, find the post about the competition, which will be up there. You also have to tag 2 friends in the comments. Okay, So we will be choosing from the people who have tagged 2 of their friends, obviously. Also, make sure that you are following me on Instagram. Now, the more times that you comment, the higher your chances are of winning. Okay, so the winner will be chosen from the comments, okay, which we'll be checking that they have tagged 2 friends. So the competition is going to start from as soon as you can find the as soon as you can find that post about the competition. So you could start to enter. The competition will end on the 11th of February, so on the 11th of the 2nd of 2020. Okay, very important date. Now the delivery of the prize will be for the lucky winner on the 14th of February. I should say that the prize will be, the reading will be done before that, but they will receive it and in relation to Valentine's Day. So they may receive it the day after, on the 12th, on the 13th, at the latest on the 14th. Okay, so you have to contact me through Instagram. Okay, that's the only way that you can enter this competition. And it is my pleasure to do this for you. One lucky person, as I said, will win a free love reading. I would like to thank you all so much for all that you do for my channel. This is me giving something back to you. I do receive your love daily, and this is just something extra for Valentine's Day. There will be more to come, more competitions like this. For those of you that are interested in what's happening with me, I am settling in slowly in this new environment. It takes a while though, and being a Virgo, everything's got to be perfect. So look out for more coming from my channel. And also I would like to wish you all good luck, and I will be announcing the winner. Obviously I will be posting it on Instagram, so you know who the actual winner is. All right, thank you all so much, and talk to you soon.